Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. Delighted that you're here today. My name is Robert Burns, for those of you that don't know me, and we'll be getting into RoboForex, why this business is compelling. Before we do that, it's very important to go over a risk disclaimer. This is trading in the financial markets. Trading is inherently risky. That's why you're able to get good returns. That's also how you can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing yourself, or you hire a trader that isn't very good. So it's important to get good traders or learn how to do this yourself. And you know, the punchline is down at the bottom of this slide. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. That's, if there is advice I give on a call, that's the most important one. Only trade with money you can afford to lose is a different way of saying that. So with that out of the way, excuse me a minute, we've got smoke here in the Western US where I am, and it's monkeying with me. Okay. Again, my name is Robert Burns. I'm 65 years old here in the Seattle, Washington area of the US. How is a US citizen able to play? You may be asking. That's because my wife, Anna, and her daughter, Alexandra, my daughter, not biological, but we're very close. Both of them are dual citizens. They're US citizens and Romanian citizens. Romanians can play. Voila, I'm able to be here. My son and I are US only citizens. He's in Montana, Alexander's in Romania, and my wife is out climbing a mountain today. So that's her fun stuff. My fun stuff is fly fishing and bass guitar. On my professional resume is things that are generally financially related, meaning I like having products that make money themselves. The product itself makes money. And I've marketed a lot of different things over 30 plus years in network marketing, only really always to come back to, I really like the stuff that makes money, because the product itself, at the end of the day, you could get in this business and never, ever build a team and make a lot of money just simply by compounding your account, which we'll show you here in a minute. So Forex stuff I've been doing since 2004, but that sounds impressive. And during the whole period, I didn't really consistently engage. It was in and out and kind of engaging and kind of not. In the last 2 years, especially, I've decided I really want to be a good trader, and I aspire to do that. So I've participated in the market though for a long time and understand it pretty well. I also know what I don't know, and that's the part I want to change, or at least I know a lot about what I don't know. Discover new things every day that I don't know. Real estate is an asset class that I dearly love, commercial real estate in particular, which is my background actually in traditional business. And then last but not least is crypto. Crypto always has a fond spot in my heart. One of the other things I do is I do a lot of work on team building and internet marketing. That's something that more and more every day gives somebody a lot of reach. I mean, we have a worldwide audience here typically each time we do this, which is pretty exciting. And a lot of that is because I'm using internet marketing, and my business partner, Robert Russell, same thing. He's very adept at using internet marketing to reach out to people on every continent. Now, here's what we'll cover today. We're going to get into what is copy trading, why this broker is solid, how do you get your money out, what's compounding, how does that work? And then we'll get into the affiliate part. That's optional. As I said earlier, you don't have to do that. If you choose to do it, you can add capital to your account. You can withdraw it. You can do whatever you want. And then we're going to have the drawing, which is fun. That's a way that people that are guests can earn $100 really quick. In fact, we had this is a small sampling of people that have won the drawing. There are many more, but the fellow on the left here on this slide is from Northern Ireland. He's in Belfast. His name is Don Murray. And Don went out, won the $100, and this is not typical, mind you. Most people like, okay, I won the $100. I want to put that money in copy trading and have somebody that is good trade on my behalf. That is the lion's share of what this call is about. But Don actually had the skills to do that himself, and he turned that $100 very quickly into $200. This looks like 10,000 and 20,000. These are actually pennies. That's $100. That's $200. And he did that very, very rapidly. And has had good results, has had bad results. He's still learning. He's in that process where, you know, he is learning through experiential learning and all that means in trading. So what is manual trading? we talk about manual trading. Manual trading is hard. There's skills required. It's not easy. It's not simple. It's active income. You are in the game. You are on the field, in the battle. There's nothing easy about it. Anybody that tells you it is lying. It's not easy. It's very difficult. It's challenging. How does copy trading contrast with that? How does it compare to that? Copy trading is something where you come in, let's say brand new, the ink isn't even dry on your application, so to speak. You're brand new. You come in, you win the $100 today. You're a guest, okay? You don't know anything about Forex. Could you benefit from copy trading? Yes. If you don't win the drawing today and you put in 500, 1,000, 10,000, whatever is that number varies a great deal from person to person, but whatever that number is that you're comfortable having in the market, once you have done your due diligence enough and have some experience to see how this is working for you, do you have to have any skills? No, you don't. You can simply sit back and watch the trader trade each day. You want to keep an eye on the traders. That's prudent. Is it probably good to have 2 or 3 traders at the end of the day? So if one trader has a bad day, the other 1 or 2 or 3 may not have a bad day. So it's very important to diversify, in other words, but you don't have to have any skill. That's the central point here. It's easy. Once you register your account, you verify your account, you fund it, you choose the traders that you want to have trade on your behalf, and you're good to go. It's simple. It's passive income. It's about as passive as it gets. And it's something, even the people that are very capable and competent traders, is it nice to have copy trading also with good traders working on your behalf? That means if you want to take some time off, are you still earning money? Yes. You may be a very capable or competent manual trader yourself. Terrific. And if you are, we want to talk to you, by the way, because there's some really good opportunities to be one of the traders here if you do have those skills. But my point is this: if you have those skills, you took some time to acquire them. You have to be in the game, in the match, so to speak, trading in the markets to earn money. You want to take some time off and go enjoy life. Normally, a manual trader would, basically not have any income coming in during that period of time. How does it compare or contrast with copy trading? If you also have copy trading going on with RoboForex, you actually have income coming in with regularity, whether you're in the market or not. Now, how about for RoboForex? Just a quick story. I had decided that I really liked RoboForex right up front when I saw it, long before I met Robert Russell. And I literally had bookmarked it. I'd put it in my bookmarks because this was a broker that I thought had a lot of promise. They had very good report card, just everything about them I really liked. And so I saw that and I went, okay, I'm going to get an account with them. And the reason I did that is because of this kind of information. They're 12, or actually I'm told 14 years old. I'm going to use 12 because I know that number for sure, because their logo, they have 12 all over the place, but I think they're even older than that. They're over 5 million clients. Let's use 4.5 million, because again, this is the official slides, in 169 countries. Now, stop right there. How many brokers can answer those questions with this data? I'll wait. Right? Not many, right? In other words, you've got a terrific broker here. I'm gonna give you some information right now that hang on one second. I just put this together. Actually, I'm taking great credit for my colleague's work. I'm claiming ownership of this, but it was actually Robert Russell that put this together. I'm going to put in chat, so you'll want to be sure to click these links before parting with us today, parting from the meeting. What I'm about to post in here, you can go take a look on your own at this information and see. This is good information to conduct your due diligence on the broker. I just posted that in chat, so be sure to look at chat and click the links before you take off, and then you'll have them in your browser. Now, where is this company regulated? It's regulated in the country of Belize, a Caribbean country. They have what's called the FSC is their regulatory body. RoboForex is also part of the Financial Commission. The Financial Commission is an international organization. It's basically a group of brokers that got together and said, why don't we have an independent arbitrage entity? We'll get together and form this entity. And if there's disputes, when, not if, there are disputes with clients from time to time, let's have an independent arbitrage that the commission provides so that there's not a bias with any particular broker that may be in that dispute. We want independent arbitrage or arbitration. And we want to make sure that we're fair. And if the client prevails, once the commission has heard their complaint, that the client, if they prevail, would be paid up to 20,000 euros. So just a good example of a company that's really making the effort to do the right thing by their clients. Now, what instruments are available on this broker, RoboForex? Well, not surprisingly, Forex. Cryptocurrencies are also available. Stocks are available, some of the real majors. And I didn't realize that many stocks. Geez, this is the first time I just noticed that. 9,400. I don't trade stocks on here, but that's cool if you do. Forex, cryptocurrencies are very popular. Indices is what's indices? Indices is like the US 30, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the DAX, which is the top 40 German companies, the NAS 100, which is the top 100 American companies, the UK 100, the Japanese 225. These are all examples of indices, and you're making trades on the basis of whether you think it's going to go up or down. Forex is a pair generally, like gold against the US dollar, or that's not a good example of Forex. The euro against the US dollar would be the most basic one and the most popular one. Metals over here would be gold against the dollar. That's also very popular, lots of movement. Energies has been very volatile over the last couple of years because of the Ukraine war and what's going on with Russia and lots of turmoil in the world. Same thing with commodities, wheat, soybean, those types of things. These are all instruments that are available to you as a client of RoboForex. And I won't read all that stuff to you because you have the links. You can do that on your own and get a sense of who RoboForex is. But I think when you do you kick the tires, you're going to like the car. I mean, it really is. It's a very, very solid, stable platform. A lot of people like RoboForex. If they're not building a team, they trade on here because they like the broker, including people that really know what they're doing with trading. Now, how do we pick traders? This is getting right to the meat of the matter with copy trading. Traders matter. Who you pick matters. If you pick a lousy trader, you're going to get lousy results. And there are a lot of traders on here I wouldn't want my enemy to trade with. There are also some really capable traders on here, and you have to discern and get good at discerning the difference between bad traders and good traders. What are some of the indications of a good trader? That they trade with a tight stop. They want to make sure they don't have big drawdowns. What's a drawdown? Drawdown is an unrealized loss, typically. Can be a gain, although that's really a draw up. I don't know how to call it. Mainly, when you enter a trade, you're automatically in a very small loss right from the minute you enter a trade, which is the spread on that particular instrument. And then often it will go against you a bit. And so then you have a drawdown. And good traders try to maintain a very low drawdown at all times. Some will have an equity protection thing where they have a threshold. One trader we work with that is very capable, trades for institutional clients. That trader will not exceed 5%. I mean, in the worst case scenario, and he most of the time stays well below 2%. So if he has a real bad hair day, and I'm about to show you one that he had yesterday, but he turned it around. This is a very important thing for many people when they're evaluating trading. It's not the top line performance. It's how much do you protect my equity? How much do you protect my capital? That's a really, really critical measure of validity with a trader. In other words, if they're protecting your, Warren Buffett, 101 is protect your principal at all times. Point number 2, see point number 1. It's that important. Past performance. Yeah, we all have heard past performance isn't an indication of future results. That's true. Things can change in the market very rapidly, but it gives you a pretty good window. You know, how did they do this last week? We're constantly keeping metrics of how the performance is with our traders. You'll see that here in just a second. What's the win ratio in trades? This can be deceptive because you can have a very high win ratio and not be a very good trader. In other words, you could have 98% wins, but you don't maintain the protection of capital well. This can be deceptive. You can have a 50% win ratio and outperform the guy or gal that has a 99% win ratio, literally, because it's a matter of how you handle the losers. You are going to have losses. It's a matter of, do you keep them small? You mitigate those losses. Does the trader have a Telegram channel and a group that you can be in? And you know, if you have questions, you can get those questions answered readily by the trader themselves. That's really, for me, that's not optional, by the way. I want to make sure I can communicate with the traders. Total number of trades, total number of investors. This is a good indication, particularly if they have a lot of subscribers. That's generally an indication that they're, you know, they should be in the radar. Now, here's a system that we're very fond of. And there are two systems. You're going to start seeing a second one on here next week. In fact, I'm going to write that down to myself to make sure that happens before next week, so I'm not lying to you. There's a second system called FX Blue, which many of us prefer to my FX book simply because the format is a little bit more easy to digest, is the way I'd phrase it. FX Blue is coming to a theater near you soon, but in the meantime, we've been using my FX book. Both of these systems, what they do, think of them like a report card for the traders trading. In other words, what is the gain? How much are they earning daily? How much are they earning monthly? What is the drawdown? You want these high, you want this low, just as basics. Okay, you want the drawdown to be low, you want the returns to be high. It shows you how much somebody came in with as their deposit, how much money they've earned in profit, how much interest they were charged to do that. And most of the time there are some fees in here, and they have their performance. Then they show you down here what did they earn today? What did they earn this week? What did they earn this month? So this is called My FX Book. This is something you can get for free if you're inclined to plug in your own accounts in there and start to measure your own account performance. Here is an example of one of the traders that we like. This is a trader called ZORRO 50. ZORRO 50 trades the Forex majors, meaning Euro USD, Aussie USD, Pound USD, those types of combinations, the major Forex pairs, major economies behind them, not some of the more exotic stuff. He sticks with the majors. Has had good performance. This has dropped a bit on the daily performance, but just had a pretty good day yesterday in a recovery. He was and the drawdown here has gone up a bit. So, you know, full disclosure, we still really like him. He's very capable trader and he's done a good job. Now, drum roll. Here is the latest entry, latest that has just come into our trading strategies available. We have now ZORRO 3. ZORRO 3 is the newest trader under this particular trading group. There's ZORRO 2 and ZORRO 3. ZORRO 2 is the more conservative strategy. ZORRO 3 is a more aggressive strategy. And this is still a work in process as to, you know, how they're going to define the position sizes that they're trading with. But to give you kind of the high points, this is a trader that trades for institutional money, a hedge fund. In fact, he's trading with an account size, his own master account size that he trades with is approximately, well, it's a little over $50,000. The two accounts that he's trading into in RoboForex, one is around 10-ish, a little over 10,000. One is over 13,000. ZORRO 2 is over 13,000. So he has 23,000 in RoboForex. He has a 50,000 account. The big the big accountability thing though is the hedge fund that he trades for. It's millions. He cannot afford to screw up. If he does, he gets punished by that hedge fund. In other words, they won't tolerate any nonsense. And so he's very conscientious about exiting trades if he got it wrong, and good traders do. I want to well, I'll get to that in a minute. here's the punchline. Here was Zorro 3's production this week. Okay. He had 3.73% this week, 4.85% really since the beginning, since August 31st. So this particular strategy is new, but the trading isn't. He is crushing it. I expect this number, by the way, to be in the, I think we're going to see it 5 to 7% a week. Some weeks will be lower than that. Some weeks will be higher than that. But if you had 5% a week, you're talking about a 20% month. 7% a week, you're talking about a 28% month. These are numbers, guys, that are world-class. I mean, absolutely world-class. When you're keeping a drawdown, the most important number to me on these slides is right there. Let me highlight that one. That is remarkable trading. In other words, at a 1.72% drawdown, it will go up because you'll have bad hair days. I'm going to show you one of them in just a moment. But we're very excited about this. If you are already enrolled, be sure to get together with the person that brought you here and get their link. In other words, honor your sponsor. They make the traders charge a performance fee, and this trader charges 30% performance fee only on profits. So each week, if you put in, if the trader made $1,000 in profit for you in a week, the trader would charge you $300, 30%. Now, if you sign up with the trader directly, it's 30%. Your friend that enrolled you didn't get a dime. Help your friend out. They thought enough of you to enroll you here. Go to them, get their link, and make sure that you get their trader link to enroll with this trader. In doing that, don't feel bad for the trader. The trader is still going to make a ton of money. They do. If they're a good trader, we look to this trader actually to be the #1 trader over time in RoboForex. We think that's going to happen. But in the meantime, if your friend brought you in here, be sure to get their link because they get 50% of that performance fee. That $300, the trader splits it with them, 50-50 in the case of this trader. Each trader can change and do that how they choose and how they wish. But there is a 50% benefit to your sponsor. So be sure to honor your sponsor. That's just the right thing to do. Now, let me ask you a question. You look at this chart. Is this a good trader? What do you think? Is this trader on the money? Looks pretty good, right? Up and to the right. A lot to like there. It's a trick question. I admit it. Here's what I submit you want to see. You want to see little shark bites, I call them, or I've been told that I should use piranha because shark would be too big. You want to see little dips. What's that little dip? That's a loss that got closed quickly. Whoops, got it wrong. Took a loss, right back up again. Whoops, got it wrong. Took a loss, right back up again. This you want to see. This is an indication that the trader is maintaining your equity, maintaining your principal properly. And there's a book on this that I actually have a slide for. I want to talk about that for a minute. In fact, I've got these in the wrong order. Let me get this. This is a really good book. I'll just leave it here for a second if you want to take a screenshot. This is a really good book to get. It's on Amazon. You can get the paper version, you can get the Kindle version, or you can get the Audible. I like it so much I got all three. It's terrific. This guy is a world-class trader, and guess what? He has losses regularly. It's part of trading. I don't care how good you are. If you're a capable trader, you are going to have, you don't get it right sometimes. You just don't. Now, here was an example of real life with Zorro 3 yesterday. Look at this. Starts the day pretty good, $36 profit. Oh, ouch, $32 loss, $14 loss, $20 loss, $13 loss. Ouch, 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 ouch. Now, what is the size of this account? This is on an account that is over 10,000 bucks. Then he started to turn things around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. He started to turn things around, but he didn't like something he saw, so he bailed out quickly. And then right at the end of the day, he turned it around. This basically was like a break even. But I really admire this trader because he stuck in there and hung in there long enough to maintain the equity, maintain the principal, and was willing to just pull the plug when he got it wrong. And he got it wrong several times. Good. this is an example of a trader that is protecting your capital. Don't look at losses with a jaundiced eye. In other words, they're a part of trading. It's a very important thing to embrace. People say, well, I don't want any losses. You're crazy in my estimation, because you're going to have losses. The best traders on the planet do. Make sure to embrace that idea. Now, we get into some of the mechanics. How do you get your money in and out? You can use, in most countries, Visa and MasterCard. In quite a few countries, you can use crypto, and there are lots of other smaller payment systems than Visa and MasterCard. India, however, doesn't have Visa and MasterCard. Don't know why. The UK doesn't have crypto. I think that has to do with Brexit. That's my guess. And the rest of the EU that are open, there are a few EU countries that are not, but most of the EU is. Most of those countries have, not most. Robert, maybe you can help on this. Do all of the EU countries that are open have crypto?
No, that will change. Yeah. Not all of them have crypto.
Mm-hmm. In the EU?
Yeah.
Okay. So that, it's a country specific thing, guys, and you'll want to check in your country what the case is. This is what it looks like if you're from Romania, where my wife is from and my daughter is from. There's lots of stuff. There's something called N26. I don't even really know what that is. It's some kind of a payment platform. Of course, bank transfer is available most everywhere, and that's a powerful thing. Whoops. Let me turn my pesky beeper off here. Lots of options in crypto, Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, Apple Pay. I mean, there's a lot of flexibility. And to show you, to show you how rapid some of these different methods are, Robert Russell's in Ireland, and he wanted to do some testing. And this is, several months back. But just to show people, you have a variety of options. Here is USD Tether. This is crypto. This is called a stable coin, meaning it has the equivalence to a US dollar. And notably, a $382 withdrawal took 2 hours and 29 minutes in this case, 4 hours in this case. $80 took 5 hours. I have recent examples of using this very same currency that took minutes. I mean, like under 10 minutes, pretty consistently each time I use it. So his numbers here, if anything, are a bit high as far as time frame. Don't know why that is. It just is. Bank transfer. Look at this. Robert Russell had his $536 in 13 minutes. I have never seen a wire transfer come through that quickly anywhere. That's remarkable. And look at that. I mean, these are bank transfers. Here he's using Visa, MasterCard. In some cases, a day on Visa, MasterCard. Again, I use a company called Wise, which I'm very fond of. Those that know me, I'm not a shareholder, although I would be if they became public. Wise, I get my money literally in minutes again. So just go figure. Sometimes we tell people 2 days, and basically most of the time we're lying to them, because it's well under 2 days most of the time. So a variety of methods. Now, I want to get into something that is one of my personal favorite, and I know many people's personal favorite topics, is compounding. Before we do that, again, trading is risky. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. I want to reemphasize this point, because a lot of people shy away from this, and I think that's folly. In other words, the reason, if you put your money in the bank, is your money safe? Okay, I'll go with that for a minute. Now, let me ask you a question. What kind of return are you getting at your bank? Let that rattle around for a minute. Then ask this question. What is inflation, the rate of inflation in your country? Is your return matching inflation or less than inflation? I rest my case, Your Honor. If your country is anything like the one I live in, we get punished by putting money in the bank. So am I willing to take risk? Yes. Mitigated risk, sure. Because you can't make money unless you're willing to take risk. It can't be foolish risk. You want to make sure that, to the degree that you can mitigate your risk, you do. But there's no way to make money without taking risk anywhere. I don't care if it's real estate, crypto, whatever asset class you're in, buying stocks, they all have some inherent risk. But at the end of the day, never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. That's the central point here. So let's get into some compounding. I am excited to show you this. This is, again, one of my personal favorite topics. And what I want to ask you to do is I want you to contemplate this idea. When you first get into something like RoboForex, you're going to have a test account. You're going to put some money in, probably, if you're like most, and say, let me see how this thing works. And it's not going to probably be a lot of money. You know, maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $5,000, maybe it's $100. That depends on what your resources are like. And you only know that. Nobody else does. But there's that number that you test with. Then there's the number that you go, all right, these guys passed the test. I like what I see. And I want to grow a nest egg here. I want to grow an account here. Let me have you put in chat. Let's assume you've gone through your due diligence. Everything is great with the broker. You've done a little bit of testing. You registered, you verified, you gotten set up with a trade. You funded your account. You've gotten set up with a trader. You traded long enough to say, okay, now I'm going to put the money that I really want to see grow in there because I trust this trader. What is that number for you? Type that in chat if you would. You've gone through all the testing that is necessary for you to feel comfortable. What is the number that you'd want to see compound? I want to see your number in chat, please. 1,500 says Leroy. 500 says Robert Russell. 1,000 says Jason Minter. Okay, keep them coming, guys. What do you think? What is the number? $3,000 says Cristiano. $5,000 says Janet. Okay. I'm going to pick $2,000 just as kind of an average. Okay. And we can change that at any point, but I'm going to pick $2,000. I'm also going to send you this calculator that I'm using. This again will be in chat, and you'll learn how to work the basics of it literally right now. And then you can turn around and do some of your own. Hang on one second here. These are the things that you need to contemplate. Hang on 1 minute. These are the things you need to contemplate when you are using this calculator. You'll need to contemplate these parameters, and also you'll have the link to get directly to this calculator. So let's put in $2,000 as our principal. Let's use, for the sake of example, a conservative example, let's use 0.8%. Okay. But notice out here, this is a really important one for compounding. What is the frequency that you're compounding? You see, when you put in money into this trading, whatever the trader earned or lost for you today is reflected in your balance tomorrow. Now, hopefully they're winning a lot more than they're losing. So your balance tomorrow hopefully is higher than your balance today, in which case you're trading on a higher balance each day that they're trading. And there will be some days where they have losses. You know, that's just the nature of the beast. And I'd rather tell you that up front than have you say, hey, how come you didn't say that? We did say that, and we've said that several times. It's important to embrace them. That's if the trader is good, they're protecting your capital. They want to minimize those losses, but they will have, you know, I just showed you an example that trader had losses yesterday, but he turned it around. So 0.8%. And let's look at what that's going to do over 1 year. Now, here's another question you get asked. Include all days of the week, yes or no? No, because it's 5 trading days in the Forex market. So you want to be sure to make that choice correctly. And then you can, if you want to add money or withdraw money, you can do that. I'll show you a different way to do that in a minute. But let's calculate that and let's see what that net result is. Your $2,000 turned into $16,000. Guys, you had a 700% return. People say, wait, that looks too good to be true. Yeah, I would agree, except here's the snag. It's math. It's just straight up math. It's a mathematical equation. If the most critical component on here is that 0.8% consistently. Are you averaging that number consistently? Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that trader is going to charge you 30% performance fee, and the ones that we're using do that. Some charge less, some charge much more. It depends on the trader. The trader defines that themselves. So 0.8% in this case is a net number. A net number. That's after the trader has taken their performance fee, which they take each Saturday. So whatever they earned you this week, they charge 30%. There's your net number. So you have to be mindful of that when you're putting a number in here. But I think 0.8 with good trading is achievable net. How about that? And how about this number? You on your $2,000 earn 700%. Try to go and get that at your bank. Good luck. Now, there's a lot more risk here. Okay, there is. I want to be absolutely hyper transparent. It's very important to embrace the idea that you have risk. These traders, we like to think that we're getting better and better at choosing the traders, but the traders can have, things can happen in the market. That's why you have the potential of getting these kinds of returns. Now, what's crazy is when you see this, first thing I want to show you down here, by the way, you see here's the month, here's the earnings per month, here's the total earnings, and then here's the balance. So you started September with $2,000. By the end of September, you'd have 2253, assuming your trader nets you 0.8% per day, every day that he trades or she trades. Now in October, because you got full board, the full month, $431. Notice that at the end of October, your balance has gone from 2253 to 2685. You're seeing compounding, guys, work right here, right here. You start then, and then in November, trader earns $514. You now have a balance of $3,200 that you start December with. In December, trader makes $582. Add that to the balance. You start January with $3,700. Somewhere between here and here, you have earned enough that you could take out $2,000 and you could leave in $2,000. Why would you want to do that? To absolutely minimize your risk. You put in $2,000 initial up here, right? Somewhere between December and January, you're going to be at $4,000. How about as an idea, you withdraw $2,000, you have now completely minimized your risk. You're trading now with the profits that you have earned and only the profits. Does that make sense to everybody? Because if you do that, and we like to do things as we would do them ourselves. In other words, I want to minimize my risk and know that my profit is what I'm playing with. I have gotten my capital back. Okay. Maybe I'll figure out what to do with that capital, but then I have completely removed my risk. I've gotten the return of my seed money. This is something I suggest everybody ponder and consider because it's very important to minimize your risk and get the return of your principal. Okay. Now, let's just say over time, you choose a trader or you get more aggressive with your trader selection. Let's say that you up this by 0.4%. So instead of 0.8, I'm going to go to 1.2. Remember, with 0.8, we got a $16,000 investment value by the end of the year from $2,000. Our $2,000 turned into 16. What do you think 0.4 additional is going to do to our overall return? In other words, what is your account value going to be at the end of a year? If you increased it by 0.4% doesn't sound like much, right? Until you start to compound it. It's wildly cool. Watch this. Instead of 16, you're at 44 now. You have a 2,100% return. Is it possible? I didn't say you're going to have this happen, but is it possible that you could have a 1.2% net? It is. It is possible. Is it probable? Depending on the trader you choose and how selective you are with the trader. Yes. Is it for certain? No. It's a matter of probabilities and figuring out, how to be very selective with the trader that is managing your money. But, these returns can get very, very significant quickly. And, see, here's something else that's really cool. Let's say that you give it to the end of May in 24, you have 20 grand approximately. Let's say that you take 20,000. So you add a zero to this number at that point. Let's say you're getting the same result. And let's see what that turns into in a year. Now you've got earnings of 449,000 at that point. Along the way, could you start to take some money out yourself? Yeah. What if you said, I only want to reinvest 50% and I want to take 50% out and put it in my wallet, in my pocket? Cool. It's your money. You can do whatever you wish. You will hurt the overall investment value because it won't be growing as much, but you also just took $75,000 out. You left 75,000 in. Your account started with 20K. It's now worth 100 grand at the end of the year. Not bad. What happens if you look at that over 2 years? This is an eye opener for most. At the end of 2 years, your account is now worth 454,000. You've taken 434,000 out and put it in your pocket. Huh. Really? Yeah. And your earnings, your cash out is right here in this column. This is monthly, the amount of money that you're taking out over time. By the end of this run, you're over 50K that you're taking out monthly. Is that crazy or what? I mean, I looked at this and I thought, this is ridiculous. This can't be. It's math. It's math. It's the constants. It's the consistency with which you get that 1.2% that drives all of this. So if you get a trader that is absolutely determined, and they've got the will to do it, and they manifest that in good trading results, I'm seeing people achieve this. It's just mind-bogglingly powerful. And you can play around with numbers. You can say, okay, I don't need the 50% in my pocket. Let's let it grow at 70%. I'll take 30% out. When you look at the number, look at how much it changed your top line number on investment value. It's huge. You know, you still took out 666,000 over 2 years. You made 2.2 million in earnings, but your account now is much bigger. And look at how much it skews the numbers toward the end of the run. You're making over 100 grand a month in income in your pocket. Your account's growing by 239,000 at that point in a month. Aye. Is it possible? It is. Is it for certain? It is not. You know, I want to be very clear on that point. It's a matter of the degree of probability, mitigating risk, making sure you choose good traders, aligning with people that can help you make informed decisions about them. You know, all of those things come to play. But I think you see the power of compounding. It's an enormously powerful idea. Now, have we gone over copy trading? Yes. Solidity of broker? Yes. Withdrawals? Yes. Compounding on a daily basis? Absolutely. Now I want just a quick commercial pause for our presentations that we do each week. Robert Russell, my business partner, does a masterclass on Mondays. It's terrific. All of the nuts and bolts about how to do this are covered in that class. So the key thing to do at this point, if you liking what you see, if you want to test the water, get the link from the person that referred you here, register, verify your account, meaning you've got to submit. I don't know what's going on with my light here. Give me just a second. I don't have a light show. I swear I don't. Give me a second. I'm going to turn that off. I think those LED bulbs run home to mama sometimes and do some funny things. So you register, you verify, you do all the steps necessary. And we have a very, very clear way to do that. Get together with the person that referred you here, get the PDF from them that can walk you through step by step how to do that. If there's any questions, you know, once you've had a chance to digest that PDF and go through it, if you're still got some things that are not clear to you, that's the perfect this class is the perfect opportunity to get clarification of those things. In other words, plug in on Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. Robert does a great job. We try to shed light on all those things that, you know, may not be clear and help you work through the process. Then, is she still on here, Robert Russell? The woman that had taken trades.
Yes.
Can you invite her just to come on mic and webcam for a moment?
Janet, can you come on mic for a wee second if you can? Be great. if you're available. There we go.
Let me just give you some context on this first while Janet is unmuting. Janet, you still are muted. So Robert Russell does this class each week. And initially this is going to morph into something much more grand than it is right now. But here was the impetus for this class. People want to learn how to trade. So what's a good starting place to learn how to trade? Well, one of the starting places is, do you know how to set up MT4? Can you get your MT4, which is the most popular trading platform on the planet? Do you know how to get that set up, downloaded, installed, set up, have your account plugged in there? You can have it on your phone and on your computer. I suggest doing both because then you can have it, computer is the most elegant, but phone provides some real benefit when you're out and about to keep an eye on things. So one of the things that Robert does, in addition to teaching people how to do that, is say, hey, if you have everything set up and you have your trading account that your trader is trading into, could you take trades along with the trader? Yes, you could. And Janet followed that direction very carefully. Janet, could you share with everybody exactly how that worked for you?
Yeah, sure. I began trading with MetaTrader 4 and Robert's instruction back in February. Knew nothing about Forex trading, not a clue, but every Monday and most Saturdays, I hopped onto the Zoom calls and slowly learned a little bit about what was going on. So I'm at a stage now where if I can catch the trades that the traders that I follow are placing, I can now open a trade with them and I can close the trade. So in effect, I'm doubling my passive income by being able to do that. And I've only been able to do that with attending these fantastic Zoom calls with both Roberts, who taught me how to do this along the way. And I'm extremely grateful for that. It's very easy to follow once you get the hang of it.
And you're not paying that on the trades you take. You're not paying that 30% to the trader. So good on you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a real benefit. So
yeah,
guys, and that's yay. There's a huge benefit there to learning that, particularly if you want to learn how to trade yourself, because the training wheels are still on. Somebody gets the trade, they see the trade come in. That's somebody they're working with a good trader that has gone through the schooling and the process to learn how to make good entries. You can benefit from that. And if you're willing to enter the trade and follow them, their trade is going to be there, but your trade can be right alongside it. And you don't have to pay the 30% fee on that. Pretty good benefit. And it's a perfect stepping stone, a gentle stepping stone into manual trading yourself. Pretty darn cool. Then each Saturday we have this presentation, which is followed by a Q&A. And if we have any questions about getting people plugged in, the steps to do that, we stick around. We'll be doing that after this. And this is a slide I'd encourage you to get a screenshot of. This website down at the bottom is kind of a one-stop shop. If you've got somebody new and they need to get plugged in, you give them your link and it will walk them through the rest. In other words, there's presentations on here, how they get plugged into groups, how they get enrolled. The PDF we mentioned is underneath the enrollment button. At the very bottom is a drop box that has all the goodies that we use, graphics, and this presentation, if you're inclined to do presentations. At the top, there's a button for the calendar, so you can see what we're up to when we're doing presentations and so forth. Sometimes we do additional ones, which we're going to start doing one on Tuesdays, probably 6:30 or 7 p.m. UK time, by the way, just as a point of reference. Most of our clientele gravitates toward that time zone. So look for that probably 2 weeks out. Maybe Robert Russell's ambitious. He might beat me to the punch and do it sooner, but two to 3 weeks is what I'm saying. It may be earlier. So we'll see. Now the affiliate part, and we'll bring this in for a landing. The affiliate part is such a cool thing. It's simple. It works. You can withdraw money whenever you want. It's your money. And the same thing, by the way, anytime on RoboForex, you don't have to ask anybody. There's no lockups of your money. None of these games that some of the companies out there play. It's your money. You can withdraw it whenever you want. With the commission, it's the same thing. You can withdraw it. You can earn commissions daily, which is pretty cool. And you can add it if you choose to, just add it to your accounts, your trading accounts. You can do that. It's your money. So you can accelerate the compounding, which is cool. How are we paid in RoboForex? There's 4 ways that we're paid. Whatever the trader earns you, you're paid on that, on your account. You refer people to the trader, you get a percentage of what the people that you refer, you get paid this weekly. So let's say that you bring some people in, they sign up, they use your trader link, you get paid when, you know, in many cases, the traders have a 50-50 split with you as the affiliate. So you get a percentage of what your client's account earns. So let's say, again, your client earns $1,000. It's with a trader that charges a 30% performance fee. That's $300. Your clients used your trader link. You get half that. You get $150 from that $1,000 profit that week. Also, there's 35%, which is paid over 5 tiers of compensation. This is the trader or the broker fees. This is spreads. This is commissions that all brokers charge, including RoboForex, and you get a piece of that. Monthly, there is a bonus of 20% of commission on a monthly basis, and I'll show you how that works. Let me give you an example of the commission calculation. So here's your $5,000, let's say, that you have in your account. Let's say you earn 23% that month. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower, but just for my example, it's 23%. That's $1,150 gross profit. You've agreed to pay the trader each week 30% of what the profit is. Well, that calculation is done over here for you. 1150 times 0.7, that's 30%. There is the net number. So 1150 turned into 805. This is the amount now. You start month number 2 with 5805. There is compounding again, working right before your eyes. Okay. And let's say over time that you have some friends that say, hey, I like the looks of that thing that you're in. Let's say your 5 friends do the same thing and they come in each with 5,000 each. So there's 25,000. You're now wearing the affiliate hat. You know, they made the same amount you made. That's 5,750 in gross profit. Multiply that times 0.3. That's 1,725. That is the performance fee. But since they used your trader link, the trader splits that with you. You made $862 from that profit. Again, you can withdraw, you can do whatever you want. It's your money. You can add it to your trading account if you wish and accelerate your trading results, your compounding. Here's how we're paid on the 5-tier part of the plan. It's percentages. On your directs, it's the most, and it's paid at these percentages over 5 levels. And then once a month, whatever you've earned on those 5 levels, you're paid a percentage of. So if you earn between 100 and 500, you get a 10% bonus. This is paid on the first of the month. If you earn between $500 and $30,000, you get 15%. That's paid again on the first. All of this is on the first of the month. And if you're earning over $30,000, you're a superstar. You're getting $6,000 and up on it just as a bonus once a month. Very cool. So, Robert Russell, what is? I know you're absolutely crushing it in these numbers. What is the average income that you're earning per week on the 5-tier part of the plan? On this part of the plan, not the trader split, because that's additional and that varies based on trading, but how much are you getting per week on this?
$800.
$800.
Yeah.
And I know, because I've asked, occasionally you're having spikes up over $1,000 in a day.
Yeah, correct.
If there's a lot of trading activity and all the planets align. And I know Robert, because we've had this discussion, his goal, and I'm a little behind him, but I want to catch him. Our goal is to have $1,000 a day coming in from just this, and that's achievable. I was absolutely convinced it's achievable, and that's why I'm diligently working on this business. And I know why Robert is as well. Thank you, Robert. So here's what we've covered on the affiliate part. It is simple. It works. You can withdraw the money whenever you wish. You can add it to your compounding. Now we're going to get into the fun part of the the equation today. How many guests do we have here today, Robert?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. I'll call them out, and then if we've missed anybody, we'll get them on at the very end.
Okay, 7. So let me get the drawing tool on here. Whoops. All right. This is fun. And this is something we do each week, and I'm grateful to Robert for funding this, because he is who is paying for this. So I get to enjoy the benefit sometimes, because I try to bring as many guests as I can to get on this call. Why? Because they've got a good shot at winning the $100. It's pretty easy to sell free money. In other words, come here and you might win, and you have a really good shot of doing so. And if you win, you have to get together with your sponsor. Let us know who your sponsor is. You have to get registered and verify your account and get everything set up with which to receive the money. And then Robert will send that money to you. And you really do have a very good shot of winning, as you'll see. So let's start with, who is the first name, Robert?
Leroy.
Leroy.
Yeah.
Leroy.
Correct.
Okay.
Neville.
Okay.
Cristiano.
Cristiano. Okay.
Whale. W-A-L-E.
W-I-L-E.
A for Apple. W-A-L-E.
Okay. Whale. Okay.
Yeah. Jerry.
Okay.
Joe.
Okay.
No E, just Joe. J-O.
Okay.
Helen.
Okay.
And then Abdul. A-B-D-U-L.
Do I have it right?
Yep. That's it, folks.
Do we have anybody else?
Folks, if you have your account,
forever hold your peace.
folks, if you have your account, Chai, C-H-Y, and that's the last one.
Okay.
So, Carol, are you a guest or is it Caroline? So we have a Carol on the call as well, but her name must be Caroline.
Okay. And the rules here, guys, are you need to be a guest, or you need to be somebody who has registered but not funded yet. And if you have funded, then you're not eligible to participate.
Okay, and
And
we have
so
Peter.
just know this, we will find out. So if you're on the list and you have already funded, please be courteous and remove yourself. Let us know, because we don't want to, we want somebody to win who is eligible to win.
And we have Peter as well that was on the call earlier. So yeah, Peter.
Okay.
And that is it, Robert. We are
All right.
done.
We need the rim shot and the drum roll. Okay, here we go. Are you ready to rumble? Boom. Okay. All right. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be, Joe? Looks like the winner.
Congratulations.
Nicely done, Joe. There's Joe.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
Terrific.
you.
I'm going to go ahead and turn the stream off. Actually, I won't. Just because it's fun. It's great. Joe, where are you from?
Uganda.
Uganda.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. How on earth did you make it here from Uganda? Who invited you?
Hassan.
Excellent.
Aha.
Excellent.
Terrific.
Yes.
It's I've never been to your country. I've never been to your continent. That's dreadful. I want to visit the African continent. I've got people all over the place there.
You're
that I'm working
welcome.
with. Yeah. In fact, I've worked with your countrymen in some cases in the crypto space. There's one fella in particular who I'm very fond of.
Yes.
And so most importantly, congratulations. That's great.
Thank you
You'll
very
enjoy
much.
the benefit of being able to see how this works. And, the rest is history, as they say. So,
Yeah. So you get, Robert says, just get in touch with the Hassan, get your KYC and all approved, and then we'll get on a call with Hassan and yourself, and we'll get your account funded and up and running.
Yes.
Very
Thank you very much.
No problem, Joe.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for